Ready? And listen to me. Don't be weird about it. Weird. Okay, that was a lot. Can't grab my drink anymore.
My drink.
Wow, guys.
Upgrade.
It looks a little different in here today. It looks kind of professional in here today.
I can do so much with my hands.
I know, our arms are free.
Yeah, hands
dance.
free.
You're listening
to
Delilah.
So guys, we're doing some upgrades. I don't know if you noticed, we're famous now.
We're famous now.
So we're like, how can we upgrade?
But guys, don't worry. That's still Maggie.
And that's still Bailey.
And this is still
Don't be weird about it.
Every time we do that, I feel like it's the opening of iCarly.
And it is.
And it is. Who's Carly? Who's Sam? I already know the answer. Wait.
We're both Sam.
Well, I said we're both Sam. I feel like in this relationship, you're Carly.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Thank you. Main character.
Main character.
And that's Freddie over there. He is such a Freddie.
You are Freddie.
That's literally you.
Nick is totally the older brother.
Nick is the older brother.
Who gives like, all right, I'm leaving.
Nick plays your older brother.
Yuck. Actually, that brings us directly to our topic.
I know. Older brothers.
Older brothers.
Wow.
Having an older brother is like one of the most abusive things that you can legally experience.
Yeah.
Especially as
Very
a little
formative.
girl. As a little girl.
As just a little sweet girl coming into this world.
Because if you're a little brother to an older brother, it's like you're like, I assume, are you one of those? Yeah.
Little brother,
Eli's one of those.
brother.
You come out with your fists swinging too. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm also a boy.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm a girl. I had this weird thing where at a very young age, I was like, I'm not a baby and I'm not going to cry.
Oh, did you?
So I literally, did you know that I broke my leg on the first day of kindergarten?
I didn't know it was the first day.
Very first day of kindergarten.
Bingley, come here. Come up here.
I'll wait.
Come here. Good boy. Okay, sit down. Tell us.
Very first day of kindergarten, I fell off the monkey bars.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know you fell off the monkey bars because I also fell off the monkey bars.
Yeah, really?
But I broke my wrist.
Oh, that's so true. Yeah. I spiral fractured.
And it was first grade.
Ooh.
So,
you'd already been around the ringer.
Yeah.
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 So I spiral fractured my right tibia.
Jesus.
And I didn't cry. Until they told me that I broke my leg.
And she's like, she's fine.
But I was like, I can't cry. My brother will make fun of me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's so sad. No, I cried and screamed a lot. All the time, just period. Oh, I was the one that I would like run around the house following him and he would like slam doors in my face.
Oh, totally.
Because he was like, she's so annoying. And I was like, I don't care.
My brother would be like, you can't come into my room because if you do, you have to pay me $1 million. And I would be like, what?
I don't have that.
And I'd be like, Mom, Daniel said I need $1 million to go into his room.
Mom, can I borrow some?
Yeah, literally.
I'm good for the money, I swear.
Exactly.
I swear it's so.
Exactly. So that's why I'm in debt now.
Still paying him back, actually.
Still paying that back.
We used to play Beanie Baby Wars.
Okay.
This is and I actually loved this, but I also always would end up weeping probably from pain. But so my brother's name is Harrison. Harrison had twin beds in his bedroom. And so it was like we were in like the trenches. I would be on one side and he would be on the other. But the way the twin beds were set was like one was basically against the wall. And that's where my trench was. So I was in between, the 6 inches between the bed and the wall. And then there was space between the other twin bed, and then the entire room. So he had the whole room.
Okay, sure.
I had 6 inches.
Classic older brother situation.
Classic older brother. Give me the tiny space. He was like, you're small. You take the tiny space. And I would get a basket of Beanie Babies because we both had like our own giant collections. We loved Beanie Babies. Yeah. And we would be in our respective places and then we just chuck them at each other.
Yeah, sure.
But you can't throw it at each other if you're hiding behind the bed. So you would have to pop up to throw, and that's when I would get like nailed in the face.
Of course.
And Beanie Babies like seem cute and fluffy and fun, not hard. The little eyeballs, the little noses.
Yes.
Hard.
Yeah.
And you get one of those chucked in your face as a 5-year-old. Ouch. Mm-hmm. So we'd always do that, and I'd always be like, it's so fun because it is kind of like when you're playing war, it's kind of exciting. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
But then I'd always end in tears because I would get nailed by a Beanie Baby. Because he also like played baseball and was a child.
Yeah, he's older and a boy and
older and 3 years
hard.
older than me, and he could throw harder. And I was like 5 and was like, barely hitting him. And he had the whole room again to run. I couldn't like dodge very easly.
No.
So I would get hit in the face with the Beanie Babies all the time.
That's awful.
So that was a fun game we played. He also then, I want to say this was in middle school for him, maybe high school. He joined the lacrosse team. And then he used to like to practice And my parents had bought him like a lacrosse net. And so he would have me stand in the net and be the goalie in the backyard. And then he would just chuck lacrosse balls at me and be like, block them. And in lacrosse, you literally just like hit them with your stick. I'm pretty sure.
Whoa.
Like you don't have to catch them necessarily. You can kind of like hit them out of the goal. So he would literally just throw them at me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like at my shins, at my body,
you.
just straight at me.
Yeah.
And I didn't have like goalie gear because it was in
But
our
you agreed
backyard.
to stand there.
Oh yeah. Because I was like, oh yeah, fun game with my brother.
Oh my God.
So he liked to throw things at me.
Yeah.
Those are the two main ones I can remember is the Beanie Baby Wars and the lacrosse balls.
No, my brother was like
goalie.
putting pillows on me and sitting on them so that like I couldn't breathe or like.
Yeah, you do a little bit of that.
Or like, okay.
Oh, he knocked a tooth out of me once.
Okay,
with a pillow. With a pillow.
Let's go there.
Wait, or was that that might have been my cousin? I can't remember. Harrison, if I'm wrongly accusing you, I apologize now. But at my grandmother's house, I did get hit in the face with a pillow, and I'm pretty sure it was him during a pillow fight, and my tooth went into the back of my throat, and I coughed it out onto the bed, and I will never forget. I was like, just like a bloody tooth.
Yeah, just screaming.
I mean, it was a baby tooth, so like it's cool, but like honestly horrifying.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
One time, my brother locked me in a bathroom and took Axe body spray.
Oh no!
And like under the like door, like gassed me.
Not
in
gassing
there.
you?
Yes, fully.
Wait, ew!
And like an entire can in there.
Was there a window in the bathroom?
Yes, so I literally climbed out of the window.
Oh my God!
And went outside to escape. Oh,
that's crazy.
Bingley? Hey.
Well, that's like I told you, my brother and sister would lock me in my bedroom. They both did that.
Yeah.
They both would do
But
that.
the funny thing is, yeah, you lived on the first floor and you didn't once think, what if I climbed out the window?
No, I was too scared.
That's so funny to me. Wait,
I know I showed you the window.
This has nothing to do with brothers, but one time I was in a bar in New York and I went into the bathroom and I opened the door and there was a girl climbing out of the window of the bathroom. And I was like, are you okay?
You only hear about that in movies.
No, literally. And I was like, what's wrong? Like, what are you escaping? Like, I thought she was probably, you know, being
escaping like an abusive situation.
Kidnapped or something.
Yeah, bad first date.
And she was like, oh, no. I just thought it would be really funny if I like went to the bathroom and then came back from like outside.
The front door.
And I was like,
hilarious.
I don't think your drunk friends are going to notice which direction you come from.
They're not.
And she goes, I know. Also, I got up here and even though we're on the first floor, it feels really high up.
Oh God. See, that's the thing. Yeah. Like even my first floor bedroom, it was kind of high off the floor. Okay. Because we also had a crawl space. Okay. Wait, I should tell the rock band story sometime. Speaking of crawl spaces. Anyways.
Sometime, not right now.
I mean, I could tell. It has nothing to do with brothers.
What does that have to do with?
But crawl spaces. I've told you the story about Kate's rock band.
No.
Oh my God. My sister lived in an apartment like 3 or 4 years ago that looked kind of like a crack house, just slightly. That doesn't really matter or pertain to the story, but it did. You need a visual.
The texture.
You need a visual. The whole apartment complex gave like Motel 6 in that it's all like one level.
Sure.
And they're all kind of conjoined houses-ish. Like they all shared walls, but like you'd have one like door to each, whatever, from the outside. And hers was on the very end. And the like ground underneath these places kind of was built into a slope. So underneath her apartment specifically, there was a crawl space that you could like go in and out of. And she's never like been in there. And like, I think it was locked. Like there was a lock on it or something. But she's never been in there. She had no reason to go in there. Didn't know what it's for, et cetera, et cetera. My dad, because he's super overprotective, sweet, sweet man, gave her cameras to put on her front door and her back door just to like have, because my dad loves to have cameras on every door. My dad is
Your dad's like a tech guy.
He's a tech guy and he's watching it every moment.
Yeah.
But they're like motion activated. So like they only record or alert you. They alert you on your phone if there's motion detected. Which most of the motion is like packages being delivered. My sister leaving it or her roommate leaving or whatever. And one day she is at home, her roommate's gone, and she gets like a notification on her phone that there's motion detected at the back door camera. And she's like, I wonder what that is. But also the back door like looked out into a parking lot for the Piggly Wiggly.
Oh, yeah.
The Piggly Wiggly. She was like, maybe it's just somebody like in the parking lot, like walking by, whatever. So she goes and she just like looks at the video and there's a guy that like rides his bike up kind of close to her apartment, gets off the bike, has like a backpack on, walks off camera, but like at an angle towards her house and then like is out of the view of the camera. And she's like, that's kind of weird. And then she gets another notification of him like walking back the opposite way. And like he does it a couple of times and she's like, what the fuck? And so, but she's like running late. She's headed to something. I don't remember, work probably. So she's like, okay, weird. Make sure the doors are locked, leaves out the front door, goes and gets her car. And then she's like, let me just like drive by to see what's going on. So she drives like all the way around to the back of the apartment where the guy was being weird, walking back and forth, and like parks her car in that Piggly Wiggly. Parks her car in the Piggly Wiggly parking lot. As she's pulling into that parking lot, she sees this man coming out of her crawl space.
No.
Exiting her crawl space.
No.
And she immediately calls the police.
Of course.
Like, what? The police come. They get this guy. Apparently he had a warrant out for his arrest.
Great.
So they were able to arrest him, whatever. And then they were like, hey, young girl, would you like to press charges against this guy or like give him like a
restraining order?
Or like a restraining order. Do you want to like do a restraining order against him? And she was like, yeah, for sure. Like, I don't want this guy coming around my house anymore.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, so you need to physically go over and tell him.
No, yeah, it's crazy.
Don't come around my house anymore. And she's like, no, actually, I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah.
Because like he didn't know who lived there. He didn't know it's she was like 23 at the time, girl living alone. Like he didn't need that information. So she was like, actually, never mind. Like it's cool. And then they were like, okay, so the tubs of rocks under your house though, are those yours?
No.
She's like,
no.
The what?
No.
And they're like, the tubs of rocks. She's like, what do you mean?
Not the tubs of rocks.
So she gets my dad. Eventually they arrest him. They take him away. My dad comes and they look under the crawl. He goes into the crawl space to see what's in there. And it's just like multiple like giant plastic tubs filled with rocks. And it turns out that this guy had his backpack. And in his backpack, he had a smaller like plastic tub, like a to-go container. And he had gloves. And he was taking his smaller container, scooping up rocks from these big tubs under her house and putting them in his backpack, but wearing gloves. Like he didn't want to touch them.
What?
Which is so weird.
What?
And so she's like, no, these aren't my fucking rocks. Like, I don't know what this is.
Get these rocks out of my house.
Get these rocks out of my house. And so she did hire some guys to like clear out the crawl space and they took the rocks away. And I was like, Kate, what's going to happen when this guy comes back? And he's like, my rocks. But like, what do you think they were? Like,
do we still don't know?
No. She took pictures of them and some of them had like pictures drawn on them, like the rocks. But I'm like, I think the guy was probably like on opioids or just like, I don't know, crazy something. But I think he probably thought they were like his treasures. I don't know. I don't know, but we don't like it.
I'm upset.
The Rock Man.
I'm upset.
I have questions.
No.
So he never came back allegedly, and now she doesn't live there anymore. She moved.
I watch a lot of horror movies. I'm cool to be scared.
Yeah.
But
you said that's my worst nightmare. Spooky.
There's like, I think on Lifetime or something, a series of like, I forget what the term for when someone is like living in your house basically secretly.
Oh, like a Parasite. Those are called
like something like not frogging, but
no, it is like frogging. I think, isn't it frogging?
Frogger,
Yeah, Frogger. Okay, we were right.
know that word.
Yeah. Because squatting is like it's an empty house you're just like residing in,
which who cares? Sure.
and refusing to leave. Like, but frogging, is like where you're like living in like someone's basement or somebody's attic or like a hidden crawl space that they didn't know they had. So then my dad did put like full padlocks on the front crawl space, so nobody could get in. And then my sister did move as soon as that lease was up. And now she lives with her little boyfriend in like a gated community. No, Kate went viral because she has with her boyfriend 2 rooms. They sleep in one room. Kate decorated it. Her dresses are like hung like in a way that's like decor.
Yeah.
So it's very cutesy and she's like quilts everywhere and blah, blah, blah. And then Hunter has his boy room where like his like Xbox is in there.
Yeah.
And like he has his own bed so then they can use it as a guest bed for like when people are there. And it's very nicely decorated. They have like tennis rackets on the wall, you know, because he likes tennis. His bike lives in that room.
Totally.
Like it's kind of like his catch-all room for all his boy things that Kate doesn't want to look at.
Totally.
Which is a great idea.
It's a great idea.
And sometimes he'll go like nap in that room or he'll like go lounge in that room if they need like space, which I think is great.
That's
like,
amazing. Yeah.
I think that's very healthy. But like at nighttime when they're going to bed, like he goes to bed with her.
He goes
they
to
don't
the girl
sleep
room.
in separate rooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
But people online were like, oh, the couples nowadays, like back in my day, we all just slept in the same room and blah, blah, blah.
That's actually like
calm
not
down.
true though, because like historically, like especially aristocratic couples,
Especially the nobility.
Nobility has always
had their own rooms,
yes.
their own wings of the castle, first of all.
First of all.
So now they have their own wings of the castle, but they sleep together every night.
I love that.
But she went viral because she like posted a video of both their rooms,
and the
comments are crazy.
And people were mad.
Yeah, people were mad.
So
about
funny.
It. Very funny. I'm like, why are people? Don't be weird about it.
Don't be weird about it.
You know, just let people live.
I love it when people chat with us in any way. So
honestly, the more comments, the better. Keep talking.
Keep engaging with us.
Please. But then also they have 2 separate bathrooms that are connected to the rooms.
Yeah.
So if he has to poop, he goes and poops in his nasty boy bathroom.
That's so great.
And she can poop in her princess bathroom, you know?
Did you share a bathroom with your brother growing up?
I did not. My brother's room has his own bathroom.
Sure.
Me and my sister would share the bathroom in the hall, which was also like the only other bathroom other than my parents and my brother's. So it was like the guest bathroom and like anybody's at our home bathroom, whatever. So my bathroom was like everybody's bathroom.
So you beautifully didn't have to share.
But I didn't share with a boy because he had his nasty bathroom.
Oh, nasty.
And then when he moved out, my sister took over his room.
Yeah.
Which is not how the hierarchy should go, first of all, but it's fine.
Your room is lovely, though.
I do like my room. It's fine.
Yeah.
So she took over his room, and so she got a bathroom, and I had the bathroom to myself for a while. But then my dad, I'm like, speaking of nobility that doesn't sleep in the same room, my dad and my mom do not sleep in the same room anymore because my dad snores so loud.
Yeah.
It like shakes the whole house. And my mom would kick him in his sleep.
Yeah.
And so he would like sleep anywhere else to be able to like get a full night's sleep.
Yeah.
So once my sister moved out of the other room and there was a free room, he moved into it. And so now he's like fully renovated it to be like his man bedroom.
Yeah.
But that means that me and my dad, my dad has the bathroom in the hall.
Yeah.
And when I go home, I have to share the bathroom with my dad now.
That's funny. Sharing a bathroom with a brother as a girl is a nightmare.
Yeah, ew.
Yeah.
No, because I would go into my brother's room and like already stinky. Just walking in the one room. And then I would like be hanging out in his room and like open the door to the bathroom and be like, never mind, I'm gonna go to my own bathroom. Bye.
No, literally gross.
So
we would like brush our teeth at night. That like always meant it was like time to torture Maggie hour. You're like every night. I'm like, great, here we go.
I can't believe you brush your teeth at the same time. That's
yeah, our parents would be like, all right, time for bed. Go brush your teeth, you know.
And you're both like,
and by the way, my brother was
did
never
you have 2
like
sinks?
2 sinks, I will say.
Okay, that's good.
2 sinks in that bathroom at that point, and he would never like actually use toothpaste either.
Ew.
And I'd be like, that's disgusting. Daniel never used toothpaste. And I even told the dentist on him.
You just like rub the toothbrush over his mouth?
Like, do water.
Ew.
Yeah.
Daniel.
I know, but
Daniel,
by the way,
what's wrong?
But my dentist was like, no, honestly, like the brushing matters more than the toothpaste.
He's loosening the plaque.
Yeah. I don't think he's
not you tattling on him to the dentist and the dentist being on his side.
No, fuck, right? But he still hasn't had a cavity.
That's crazy. Okay, here's the thing. People that say they don't have cavities, I think you're lying.
Me.
I think you're lying.
Confront me about it.
I think you're lying because
Confront me.
I've had so many cavities.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I think it's a genetic thing. I think I just have like, I'm sorry, my enamel's better than yours.
Yeah, my enamel's shit. Thanks, Mom.
And I also, but you're a sweet girl.
Yeah, but I just don't believe either that has anything to do with it. I just don't.
I think it actually factually does.
Like I know the like sugar bugs, blah, 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 blah. It's bullshit. I don't believe it.
Because I don't consume a lot of sugar.
I think we should have a dentist on the show and talk.
I would love to. We could have my dentist on the show.
Let's bring her.
I wonder if she would do it. I love her.
And be like, we have a lot of dental related questions.
Oh my God, I have so many.
Also be like, why am I afraid of you?
And don't be weird about it. Actually, there's a lot of to be not.
Honestly, maybe we should, guys, in the comments, let us know if you want us to have a dentist on.
Yeah, and I also want to have Bobby on.
He's not a dentist, but
no, but he's a urologist, and I have a lot of penis questions.
Well, let's get him in here.
Yeah. So I've never had a cavity, not to brag.
That's literally crazy.
But I have 2. She told me I have 2 that are thinking about it right now. So I'm really serious right now about brushing those spots. And my gums. It's my gums are my weak spot. Also, I don't have feeling in my half of my mouth.
There's that.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I had a nerve severed in my mouth.
When did that happen again?
When I got my wisdom tooth surgery.
Wow.
And I woke up in the middle of the surgery also as well. I woke up, I was under fully, and I woke up and they were hacking away.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it didn't hurt because I still had but I could feel them physically hacking.
Oh my God.
And wow, maybe the theme of this is actually horror stories.
Yeah, Jesus.
That have happened to us or ones we've known. Hacking at this side of my, and I couldn't open my eyes.
Yeah.
Or like really move, but I could make noise. So I sounded like Bingley, honestly. I was like, and I heard someone go, oh shit, she's awake.
Oh my God.
And then they were like, Maggie, if you can hear me, like make another noise. And I was like, and they're like, all right, we're gonna give you some more
They said, go back to
anesthesia
sleep.
or whatever. And then I went back under.
Redheads are like harder to put under.
So this also
They
okay.
need more anesthesia.
No, this is a thing. So then another time I've had skin cancer. Hey, I get your skin. Wear SPF, get your skin checked. We'll have my dermatologist on.
Yeah, we'll get her in next. This is just about all our appointments we need to make.
Yeah, we really need to go to the doctor. No, I just got checked. I'm good right now. But they were removing a spot on my back.
Did you wake up during that?
I was awake.
Were you asleep?
I was awake during it.
Okay.
But they do local anesthesia, so they numb the area. And it's because it was melanoma, the worst kind, they had to cut like a larger area around it and then close it. And sorry if you're squeamish. And they did that part, and then they have to cauterize the wound and then sew it back together. And when they started to cauterize the wound, I could feel it. And I don't know if you know what cauterizing is.
I know
but
what it is.
It's basically they burn the flesh to like stop the bleeding. So I could feel it, and I like fully started.
Oh
And
my
she was like,
God.
oh my God, could you feel that? And I was like, I think so.
Yeah.
So, all signs pointing to yes.
Oh my God.
So she was like, oh my God. Like, and she said, redheads metabolize anesthesia faster than other people. So then they had to like use some sort of liquid cauterizer, which still hurt, by the way.
Ew.
But was like less painful than burning. It was more of a stinging. And then they closed it. Bailey and I lived together at that point, so she would change the dressing on that wound.
I would,
for
and
me.
I never liked it.
I said, hey,
was always
sorry, clock in, Nurse Bailey.
I didn't like that at all.
So
I'm so squeamish with like medical. Like right now, my body hurts. I'm like, I'm so squeamish with anything medical, anything.
I really like it.
I don't. I really don't.
Unfortunately,
You said you like to watch like videos of.
I'll
surgeries.
watch a surgery.
You're like, before I get it, let me just see what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, fully.
Wait, will you watch a tonsillectomy and tell me what that looks like? 'Cause I don't want to know.
Absolutely, I'm happy to do that. Wait, can I tell you a horror story that happened to me?
Sure.
Okay. Write
This
this
is
down,
just
Eli.
horror story. Write this down,
Yeah.
Eli, as if he's not going to.
And of course, God, I'm just going to continue to sound like an alcoholic. Of course, there's drinking involved.
Always.
Bingley, you want to sit right here while I tell the story?
Will you be good and quiet?
When I was a senior in college, I did a performance because, again, famously,
I did a performance.
I
was a musical theater major.
I was a musical theater major. So we did this performance. It was out of town. So we were all staying in a hotel. And because we were broke college students, it was 4 of us staying in our friend's parents' hotel at the Embassy Suites.
Oh, okay. The Embassy Suites is nice, though.
I love the Embassy Suites.
That's where we used to, like, as a child.
Height
that was
of
the
luxury to me.
That was the nice hotel in town.
Height.
And people would have their birthday parties at the Embassy Suites.
Yes.
And that was the height of luxury.
Oh, and I was like, I'm cultured. I'm Eloise at the Plaza.
Literally.
That's Embassy Suites to me. But this wasn't, okay, and let me say this. It wasn't an Embassy Suites with the big open atrium in the middle.
Okay.
You know, most of them are like that.
Yeah, like a cruise ship.
This was not like that. It was normal hallways, and that's an important detail. So another important detail is that I had not been to the hotel before I was going to be sleeping at it, because we had to go straight to rehearsals for the show, and then we all went out after. So
Oh my gosh. You're arriving at 2.
2
Maybe.
So we had given our like suitcase. We'd left our suitcases in the car, and like the parents had taken them to the room, which was nice, or bellhops, whatever. So I didn't know what this hotel looked like before I got there, and I didn't know what room we were staying in, like in my brain. Like it was like not like I was like, we're in room 302. So the show is a hit. We go out afterwards. It was also a situation where we were going out with our professors, which was like the most exciting thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
Because all of us were legally 21, so like we could, and it was like our second semester senior year. Like we were just like,
Yeah, we're starting to like unpack things here.
huge.
For sure.
So we were out drinking late, and we got home. I don't remember getting back to the hotel.
No.
And then again, I don't know what room we were in, etc. All I know is I was at this bar, and they told us we had to leave because it was closing, because it was probably 3 a.m. And then the next thing I remember, I'm in a hallway of doors.
Oh God.
And I am barefoot. I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts, and I have to pee so badly. And I have no idea which door I'm supposed to be behind. Completely barefoot, no phone, no anything, no keys.
Oh my God.
And I just start panicking and I started running down the hallways and then thought, okay. I was like, I'm going to go down to the lobby and then what? I'm barefoot and I asked them
where am I supposed to be? What womb is mine?
What womb is mine?
Help.
I'm obviously clearly hammered, like I'm unwell. And so I just started knocking on doors.
No.
I was like, knock, 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 knock. And multiple people came out and were like, hello? And I was like, sorry, wrong room. Like, so horrible. And then finally I got to a room that I had a good feeling about, a door that I felt
I've seen this door before.
I've seen this door before and I bang, 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 bang for like an entire minute.
Oh my God.
And then finally the door opens. My friend is thankfully behind the door.
Wow.
And she looks at me and then she looks back at the bed that she thought I was in with
my God.
her. And then she looks back at me and I go, I don't know how I got out here. And then I just went and got in bed like this.
Did you like black out and leave the room?
So here's what I think happened. And by the way, I didn't go
Like you
pee.
don't even remember going to the hotel and like checking in, putting your pajamas on, taking your shoes off.
No, going to bed apparently.
Going to bed.
Any of that.
None of it.
Don't remember any of that.
Oh my God.
And then I didn't even go to the bathroom once we came in because I was so scared.
No.
And she goes, are you okay? And I said, I think so.
I think so.
And then like went to bed, woke up the next day. And it was also something that like we didn't immediately remember happening. You know what I mean? Because so much had happened. We were like, the show. We went to this bar. We went to that bar. This professor told this crazy story.
Yeah. And
whatever.
then you're like in the wall of doors.
And then I said, wait, do you remember did this really happen? And she was like, you did.
God.
What happened? I said, I thought I had been abducted by aliens.
Oh my God,
like
maybe you
that's
were.
what it felt like. Like truly, like I had woken up on an alien ship.
I mean, you fully blacked out and then you just came to.
It's like that had never happened to me before, and still has never happened to me. Where I was
I
just
don't feel like I've ever blacked out to that point.
to that point where I really didn't know where I was, what I was wearing, or what was going on. And so I think I like. Clearly my body, I had to pee and my body was waking me up. But because I was
that was like an instinct that was like.
And in the embassy suites.
And famously inside the embassy suites.
Please sponsor us.
They give us a night in the embassy suites.
I would love this. So you know how like the embassy suites will have like the bedroom and then there's a door and then there's a whole like suite area. And then
the embassy suites.
My blackout brain had a 50-50 shot of getting the right door.
Yeah.
And I picked the wrong door and clearly my conscious brain had to come back into play because it was like, I don't know what to do. Because imagine I just like slept walk or pissed in the hallway.
Yeah,
like
oh my
so
God.
scary. At least my brain woke me up and was like, help. It was one of the most sobering experiences ever.
That's horrifying.
We were laughing so hard. And we went to Buca de Beppo.
Buca de Beppo.
You know Buca de Beppo, right?
Buca de Beppo.
I love Buca. You know Buca de Beppo, right?
I do not know Buca de Beppo.
I knew it. I could tell.
I don't know Buca de Beppo.
You don't know Buca de Beppo? Do you know Buca de Beppo?
You don't know Buca de Beppo?
There's one in Times Square, guys.
What is Buca de Beppo? Can you just explain what Buca de Beppo is?
It's a chain Italian restaurant that's actually fucking banging.
Should
but
we go?
they only do family style. So like you can order stuff for the table, but it's only
like family
large
style.
portions.
That's fine.
So yeah, it's great. So you just get like a fucking massive
I feel like maybe I've been to Buca de
fettuccine
Beppo in
alfredo.
Times Square then.
You probably have. I feel like I've maybe made you go.
I've definitely gone multiple times. Once on like a field trip to New York. And then
Like it's the perfect place
and
to
I
take
feel like
a
once
big
with
group.
like friends, like I feel like I've gone in like Times Square to a family style Italian place. Probably is Buca de Beppo.
Yeah.
Buca de Beppo. That's just fun to say.
Buca de Beppo. So we were at the Buca de Beppo unpacking all of that, eating our giant plate of
Pasta.
pasta.
Hell yeah.
And then it was fine.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother. Wait, okay, what was your horror story that you were bookmarking?
Going back to another horror story. Have I told you the story about when Kate and I saw the naked man?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. This, I want to say, was during COVID. I was at home at my parents' house, and Kate lived at home also at the time, but she had left to go hang out with some friends, like at a bonfire night or something.
Sure.
So it's late. It's like probably 11 o'clock midnight. I'm awake. Kate calls me. I'm like, what's going on? I answer the phone, and she's like, bitch, are you awake? I was like, yeah, I'm awake. What's
I'll
up?
be.
And she was like, I'm almost home. She's like, I'm coming to get you. I need you to get in the car. I was driving on my way home and I was talking to a friend on the phone so as not to come inside and bother everybody. I just kind of was taking laps around the neighborhood. And she's like, and I swear I was driving. She was like, I didn't like get a great glimpse, but I think I saw a naked man sitting in one of our neighbors' front yards.
No.
And I was like, what? And she was like, I need you to come get in the car. We have to go back. We have to see.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't like that. She's like, I'm here, run. And so I like run and get in the car. We're driving. It's again like midnight. It's pitch black outside. And she's driving so slow also so we can see this. But it looked like a guy. He looked like he was either like teens or 20s, sitting like this, like knees bent, feet flat, with his pants around his ankles.
No.
Fully naked and a shirt like over his shoulders. Like not on his body, but like slung over his shoulders. And he was sitting like this.
You saw his pee-pee?
I didn't see because his knees were bent.
Okay.
And like the angle we saw it at, we couldn't see. But it did not look like I saw a bare thigh. Like
he must have been really fucked up.
I'm like, somebody was like fucked up on drugs, something.
Yeah.
Or it was like midnight and they're going crazy during COVID and they were like, I want to be free. Yeah. I don't know. But we drove past. She's going so slow. As soon as she's like, it's going to be here on the right. She's like, we're pulling up. We see it. We scream. I scream, stop on him. So we're like screaming. She's driving so fast through this neighborhood. And we're like, oh my God. She's like, did you see it? I was like, I did. Like, what was that? Who was that? What's going on? So we pull back onto the street. It's coming towards now my parents' street. And as we're driving in the headlights, we see a figure walking.
No.
We see a figure walking towards us. But it's so bright because it's just like our headlight, like bright on this like human. So I couldn't tell from the outline if it was the same person. Probably statistically, yes.
But was he wearing clothes or no?
I couldn't tell. That's the thing. Is I couldn't tell if he had clothes on or not.
Screaming.
We're screaming. We turn onto my parents' street, which is a cul-de-sac, pull up to the top, like as fast. I mean, she is the speed limit there is like 20 probably.
Of course.
We're going like 50 up the street. Straight into my parents' driveway. We get out of the car. We run in the house. My parents are asleep, peaceful in their beds. We're running to every window, to every door, making sure everything's locked.
Oh my God.
And then we go into my sister's bedroom, which has windows that look out onto the street, but she has big curtains. And we're like peeking through the curtains, trying to see if he like walked up the street following us.
Oh my God.
It was the scariest
Why would you lead him
moment
to
of my
your
life.
house?
I don't know. That was the stupidest
That was
thing.
dumb.
That was dumb.
Yeah.
But he didn't follow us.
Yeah.
I think it probably was like somebody was maybe on drugs or maybe drunk.
Yeah.
A little fucked up. I don't know if he was actually naked or not, but he did appear naked in my brain to me.
Yeah.
I think he was.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he was so fucked up that he was like, I can't be in my clothes. Or like on maybe he was tripping acid or something and was like, my clothes are off.
My clothes.
But the best part was bringing it back to my dad and his cameras.
Yeah.
My
cameras.
dad has cameras on every inch of the house. And there is a video of us, my dad has it somewhere, of us like speeding into the driveway, jumping out and running into the house. And my dad was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what were you guys doing at 1 a.m.? Because it was at this point like super late. And we were like, we have to tell you guys something. We didn't want to we didn't want to wake him up in the middle of the night, but we were like, we have to tell you.
The funny thing about that is seeing that in that context is so alarming.
Yeah.
But we see that in New York every day.
I know. I'm like, yeah. But it's like in our beautiful suburban, like peaceful neighborhood.
Yeah. In the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
And there's no one around.
There's nobody there.
Other thing. That's like why
we were the only car for the entire neighborhood. He was the only human.
But this is why suburbs are actually inherently scary. Suburbs are inherently scary.
Too quiet.
Yes, exactly. Whereas like when that happens in New York, you're just like, get out of my way.
Yeah.
You know, there's a million people around. If anything, actually, if he tries to touch you, you can scream and get help.
Exactly.
Hopefully. But
no, here it's like if
away.
that guy had like, God forbid, the car had broken down and the guy jumped on the car, had a gun or something. Like nobody would have been there to help us.
God.
So scary.
Jumping on the car is scary. I don't know. Hear that. I don't want to hear that.
He didn't move, and I don't think he even looked at us when we drove past. Like we just like saw him and we were like, and just kept driving. But yeah, seeing just like a human in the middle of nowhere is like creepy,
so
scary.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also weird. Now it's been so many years that like it wouldn't have been this, but across this like big street, it used to be a hospital. They closed it now. But there used to be
nothing as spooky as a closed hospital.
But before it was closed, the psych ward was in this hospital. This is where like a lot of the psych patients got sent was to this specific hospital. And we had multiple instances of people escaping into our neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
And they had to like capture people in our neighborhood because they would be just like wandering around in like gowns.
West Virginia's inherently scary too, but in like
Scarier.
a deliverance way.
Yeah, in like a Get Out kind of way.
It's not like Get Out, because in Get Out, the white people pretend to be liberal, at least.
Oh, they're not pretending.
In West Virginia, no one's hiding anything.
That's true.
But driving around at night and horror stories reminds me of Cody, our friend that everyone knows famously, came out of the closet to me. Mm-hmm. And this is, but to me, but it was the summer between junior and senior year of high school. And we were sitting in my parents' unfinished basement and we were listening to Pandora radio. Remember that? And we were listening to the Stephen Sondheim Pandora. It's like, hey, you didn't have to say anything. There's some context clues already. By the Sea from Sweeney Todd is playing right now. And our third friend had just been hanging out with us and had to leave to get home for curfew, but Cody was spending the night. Oh. So
again, context clues.
Context. Already. Yeah, no, I mean, he'd been doing that for years. My parents are like, he might have not have known, but my parents knew.
My mommy and my daddy knew you were gay.
So he tells me, we cry, it's beautiful, we have this beautiful moment, and all the while our third friend is texting and calling us. We are having a moment, so we're ignoring, and then finally we like look at our phones and she has left us like a bunch of voicemails being like, oh my god, you guys, I ran over a bunny and I think it's dead and I went back to see if it's okay, and so I don't know what to do. And she didn't know that like Cody had just come out of the closet to me.
Oh my god, yeah.
And so we were like, this is such a weird, funny thing to be happening, that like you just came out of the closet and our friend is acting so needy about like hitting whatever. We live in West Virginia. There's a lot of animals that get killed by cars. It happens. And also like she was fine. The car was fine. Yeah. But we were like fucking with her and we were like, oh, I bet that bunny had a family that it was taking care of and now all the babies are going to die. Like, we were just so rude to her. So mean. Cody was like, I'm not ready to tell anybody else yet, including our third friend. Like, I just kind of like need to sit with it for a second. And then we're like, okay. So a couple weeks later, all three of us were driving and Cody was like, I think I'm ready to tell her. So we had been hanging out with the fourth friend. The fourth friend got out of the car.
It's always an extra friend that you're like, get the fuck out.
Get out. Okay. And then we're like, okay, Cody's like, just so you know, like
every friend's greatest fear when I leave, what secrets are going to be dropped.
Exactly. Oh, and we were living up to it. I'm driving. Cody's in the front seat. Our third friend's in the back seat, and he's like, hey, like, I shouldn't tell you that I'm gay. He says that, a bunny runs out in front of the car. We all scream. I slam on the brakes. We didn't hit it.
Okay.
But we were like, oh my God.
The gay bunnies.
And then Allie didn't know, third friend did not even know that.
About the first time.
About that the first time.
So the two of you were
the
freaking
moment
out.
that Cody came out of the closet, she killed that bunny.
Yeah.
So we're freaking out. We're like, oh my God, the coincidence. And so we're like, this is crazy. Okay. End of the summer. Cody's like, all right, I'm going to tell like all of our close friends in the grade that like I feel cool about. Like he told his parents. So he was like, it's people can know now. Yeah. So we went to like a end of summer bonfire at someone's house and he told a bunch of people. And then we're in the car driving back. We were all like going back to my house and Cody and I were in my car. Our third friend who killed the bunny famously is in her car behind
the murderer.
Us. She had driven separately. So we're getting off the interstate and a deer runs out in front of my car, full deer. I slam on the brakes and I'm on the exit ramp, but I'm going fast.
Yeah.
I slam on the brakes and I just hit like the front of the deer.
Oh my God.
So the car was fine and like we skidded to a stop past the deer.
Oh God.
And I'm in the rear view mirror looking and the deer kind of like shakes it off and it's like seemingly okay. Ooh. So we're like, okay. And so I start like crawling forward because I'm like, I have to keep moving. Like I'm on an exit ramp. Deer starts walking. In my rear view mirror, I watch Allie, our friend behind us, get off of the interstate. And she rails into the deer and the deer flies into the woods. She's like,
did her car get totaled?
No, because she drove a tank.
Oh my God.
Of an SUV.
That's what I'm always concerned about is I'm like, that can up
your car and you. Like it's very dangerous. And the deer, obviously.
And
sorry
not
to laugh about a dead deer, but it's just so common in West Virginia.
Oh my God.
And it was just like we were like, Cody, you can't tell anyone else you're gay.
No, it's like how a fairy gets its wings every time a baby laughs.
Yes.
Cody, every time he comes out, somebody fucking dies.
Somebody dies.
A sweet little animal dies.
An animal dies. And because he told so many people it was a higher sacrifice.
I know. I was gonna say, I was picturing when he told a bunch of people it was gonna be a giant, like Easter,
a huge bunny,
like an Easter rabbit person in a costume that's like gong, 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 walking out of the woods. To be like,
if I was gonna create the horror story version of this,
shoot it.
Yeah. When I tell you that deer flew,
Oh, no.
we were like, oh.
That's also traumatizing for her. Was she okay?
She was crying.
No, because I was late to summer school. I took summer school because I wanted to, not because I had to, by the way.
Sure.
But I was late to summer school because I ran over a squirrel, but it was still alive and like twitching, and I went back around to run over it again.
Bailey!
Because I wanted it to die. I wanted it to be just all the way dead. I had to put it out of its misery.
You're crazy.
I had to put it out of its misery. And I had to come to summer school and be like, sorry, I had to take a lap around the neighborhood to kill a fucking squirrel. And I was crying. I was crying. At the time, I was sad. I was crying about it.
I'm imagining you like weeping tears.
Yeah. And I had to turn her. I had to pull
around?
out. I had to go like into like another street and like pull around to come back out. It was the same street actually where we saw the naked man.
And you crunched it?
I had to. Because I saw it in the rear view and I was like, oh no, it's still
I have an
alive.
actual tear running down my cheek. I can't believe.
I was so upset. I was like 16. I was like, it's not dead. So I had to pull back around. I think I called my mom. I was like, what do I do?
And she said, you gotta kill it.
You have to kill it. She handed me the gun. She said, you know what you gotta do, girl.
Put it out of its misery.
No, I literally
have some respect.
Have some respect. Kill
Your
that
mom
animal.
doesn't talk like
Kill
that.
the beast.
But
Yeah, what if she did? She's smoking her cigarette.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, let's not slander
Susan Evans,
Susan.
never.
Yeah. No, I'm a class. I've had plenty of like, I have like kind of hit an animal, but like not really.
Yeah.
Again, I live in the middle of nowhere. Like it's just gonna happen. It's
Yeah.
not like a moral failing. But
That's the only animal I've ever killed. That one squirrel. Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. If only
Not
I
the
hit
first-
that naked man when we were driving.
You ran into the naked
What if
man.
the guy, as he was walking towards me, we hit him?
Oh my God. She's like, I committed a murder.
I actually committed a murder, and this is me admitting to it.
I know what you did last summer. It happens.
I murdered someone.
That was the first horror movie I ever saw, and I was
That
addicted
was?
immediately.
Oh, mine was Signs.
Oh, I love Signs.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I hated it because I was too young to watch it. It was one of those where like my dad had it on and I was like standing in the doorway and like wasn't supposed to be watching
Yeah.
it, but I was watching.
Totally.
And then I scarred myself.
I went through like an M. Night Shyamalan phase when I was like a
Night Shyamalan?
freshman in high school, and I was like, I gotta watch them all.
Yeah. We were obsessed with less artistic than that. We were all obsessed with all the Paranormal Activity
Oh,
movies.
same. That was huge in high school.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Huge. And we had one friend who refused to watch scary movies, but she didn't want to be
Left out.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So she would invite us to her house, by the way, and we would hang out in her basement and put on a scary movie, and she would put headphones on and she would read a book and listen to really loud music in her iPod.
Wait,
in her little iPod
that's
while
so
we
funny.
watched the scary movie next to her.
Wow. Paranormal Activity was a specific type of scary
Yeah.
that felt very real. Because it felt like, it's like the Blair Witch
like
Project.
set up cameras
Yeah.
thing. And it was so like crazy jump scare. Did you see that they have a Paranormal Activity live on stage now? I want to say
Wait.
it's on the West. No, I think it's in LA.
Ooh.
I think it's in LA. We should go get our Erewhon smoothies and go see it.
I'm down.
But I heard it's like really good and like
How?
scary, and they don't know how they do.
I wonder if it's immersive would be super cool.
It's not immersive. It's on stage.
Okay.
You got to look up like pictures of it because it looks really cool.
Yeah.
But probably there's like some crazy special effects they use for it.
Ooh.
And I want to see it. But you can see the house like built, like it looks like a dollhouse because there's like the kitchen on the bottom floor.
I
there's,
love
like, the bedroom. There's
we
like,
need
an
more
attic.
horror theater,
More
live
horror theater. We haven't seen the Stranger Things show. We should go see that.
Yeah, but I don't think it's horror. But apparently there's cool tricks.
I think it is. Like it's kind of scary.
You've seen horror. You've never watched Stranger Things, or have you?
I have.
Okay, who
I
hasn't?
have not watched the newest season.
Me either.
Because I just like couldn't bring myself to do it.
I started it actually and got bored.
Ooh.
Sorry.
I just looked at the episode lengths and said, oh no.
They're long.
Oh no.
Like a bunch of movies.
I'm not great at a movie length TV show episode.
Yeah.
I need time. So I'll watch it eventually, but I watched it like kind of slowly as it was coming out, and then I did like a rewatch of all of it last year, I want to say. Also, I feel like we could have ended.
Agree.
With
The
the
time has passed.
It could have ended.
The ship has sailed.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, like
I thought it was over after the Russia season.
Yeah, no, there's more.
Obviously, when you cast child actors and
Yeah.
things, you don't know what they're going to look like. You don't know if they're actually going to be talented in a couple
know, it's a big
years.
gamble.
It's a big gamble. And I won't say who, but I think some of them turned out to be pretty good and some of them haven't. And now they're not cute anymore. So they
Yeah.
can't sell.
Well, now they're not cute anymore, and they're also like kind of lightly in their 20s. Which
No,
is
it's like,
weird.
and they were trying to tell me that they're freshmen in high school.
Yeah, like they're still making them play like 14, which is strange. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like pretentiously there's been a time jump.
but also
that's
like
fine.
I know, but also like I don't think they planned it that way because like the writer's strike happened and that delayed them by like however many years.
Oh my God.
Like this show has been going on for so long, and it's only 6 seasons.
Yeah.
But it's been going on for like 10 years now.
Yeah, longer even.
I liked the first 2 seasons, and then by season 3, I kind of was like, okay.
I think season 1 great, season 2 fine, season 3 great, season 4 actually better than I thought it could be, but who
I don't even
cares?
remember what happened in season 4.
Wait, there's 6 seasons?
Or was that just the 5th?
I think it's been
That's
5
even
seasons
worse.
over 10 years.
5 seasons over 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, it's something about I feel like early seasons were like it was like very aware of the tone.
Yes.
And like
Season
the
1's
show knew
tone
what it
is
was.
so good.
Yeah, and now it's kind of because it's so popular, like spun into this like.
I just feel like they changed the style of it.
And exactly.
Especially starting season 3 and then season 4, stylistically, it's different.
Yeah.
Than it was.
Yeah.
They're still leaning into the 80s, but they made it more like kitschy.
Which I like, but I love kitsch.
In a way.
But I don't know.
But I'm like, but you didn't.
Sometimes it doesn't feel self-aware, and sometimes it feels like it's like, you guys are obsessed with this, so we're going to give you this heartfelt moment.
Oh. Anyways, I feel like that though, like the same thing with Stranger Things, where it kind of like starts as one thing and then it just like spirals, happened with like a lot of book series I've read.
Okay.
So I feel like there's one right now. It's not all the way out, but it's called Fourth Wing. You haven't read it.
Yeah. The girls love it though.
The girls are loving it. And it's, what I do like about it is it is like a good, just like, I hesitate to say basic, but like slightly basic fantasy. Like it's not like, there's not like a whole lot going on. It's a pretty like straightforward storyline. Because some fantasies can get very like, you know, overloaded with like stuff. Heady,
And like you have to like study maps and like religious systems and all of that.
This is like pretty straightforward. They're like, there's like a school you go to and you pick your like thing you want to study, and like this girl becomes a dragon rider.
Cool.
And there's dragons and you like match with your dragon. Cool. And now there's like a rebellion and like people are fighting, like whatever. But the first book came out and like, I don't think this author was expecting it to go as crazy as it did.
Yeah.
And this book went hugely viral. It was on Book Talk. It was on Book Instagram. It was on BookTube. Like it's everywhere. And like girlies who weren't, and guys who weren't usually reading fantasy were now reading fantasy. Like it kind of was like one of those, A Court of Thorns and Roses also did this. I can talk about that too later. But like this book, like really in the years, like I think it came out in 2022 or 23, around there. Don't quote me. Is it a super well written book? I don't know. But I did read it. I read the sequel, and now there's a third one out. I have not read it. I do own it. Haven't read it yet. Haven't brought myself to do that. But I think that this author was planning on writing like 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Maybe a trilogy. When it went went huge, got crazy, her publishers, the publishing company, whoever, signed her to a 5-book deal. 5-book deal.
Boy.
Mind you, by the end of this book, by the 3/4 like part of this book, she had already ended up with the main romantic interest. Like it's done. Whereas like if you know you're gonna write like a 10-book series, a 5-book series, whatever, like you don't want them to end up with their
and it's about that too.
Yeah, I mean it's a romantasy. Yeah. Like it's that's a huge part of it is the romance. You don't want them to like necessarily be with their end all be all by the end of book 1. You want to like make that shit last, maybe get with them by book 3, 4. And then finally, book 5, you have your happily ever after, whatever.
Yeah.
Book 2 then felt like and it also came out kind of quickly after book 1, and it felt like she was kind of scrambling to like make sense of a plot now and like add on all these things, and it just kind of made no sense.
Yeah.
And was very, very long. I would say 200 pages too long. Of just like rambling, like trying to build a story and build a world that didn't exist in the first book.
See, this is how I feel about the second and third Divergent books.
Yeah, it's the same thing with those. Though I think she was planning on those being 3. But I do, a lot of times sequels just like, it's the curse. It's the curse with like fantasy and dystopian especially. There's always that sequel curse of like the first one is so good and so strong and it comes out really hard and then the sequel is just like bombs.
Well, and it's interesting because I think that with Divergent, sorry, I haven't read Fourth Wing, so I can't be like, here's a solution they could have had.
Yeah.
Because I like the structure of a 5-book deal is cool if you know from the beginning.
If you know from the beginning. I don't think she knew from the beginning.
It's because it's a 5-act play then.
Yeah.
Like Shakespeare already showed us how we can do this.
Yes.
You do that, but then you put it in the fantasy context.
Right.
And like with Divergent, that could have been cool because the structure of Divergent, I've like got so mad when I read these books. Classic me, getting mad.
Getting mad.
No, but I was like, oh, this was such a good idea that I feel like really flopped at the end.
Yeah.
Because the first book was cool because it sets up the concept of like the world that we're living in. And it's simple enough for us to understand without it being bogged down by the details.
Yeah. I mean, even like people didn't like the end of the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Like that one was hard. I kind of liked it.
No, I think that was perfect. Actually,
I kind of liked it, but a lot of people were mad about it.
Yeah.
Because again, I feel like with trilogies, it's hard because it always ends up that third book is going to be something completely different. They have to go off somewhere.
Totally. Yeah, because I understand the structure of the third book is so different in the Hunger Games series because the first one is a games. The second one is a games. Third one, things are going to feel different because we're not in a games.
And I think that's why people might have not liked it. But like,
and that's also why Ballad of Songbird and Snake, which is the Hunger Games prequel that tells, if you're not obsessed with the Hunger Games like we are, it tells President Snow's story. It doesn't hit as much as Haymitch's prequel did.
Yeah.
Because we're not in a games.
Because it's the same
There's
thing,
just something so page-turning about being in that arena.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Not something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite obvious. I have chills thinking about it.
Oh, my God. I can't wait for that movie. We're excited.
When does that come out?
November. I know. We have a big fall ahead of us.
We need to get into that
We have
premiere.
a big fall ahead of us.
Oh, my God. What else?
September, you're getting married. Oh, my God. She said, why? What else is happening?
I said literally what else is happening in the fall.
What else could possibly happening? October, I'm going to see Harry Styles twice.
Of course. Of course.
November, the Hunger Games movie.
And what else could we want?
And what else could we want? A big 3 months for me.
Oh my God.
I'm excited.
You guys, if you haven't read the Hunger Games Haymitch prequel.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Especially if you read the originals.
Yeah.
I felt like.
No, you have to read the originals to read those.
Well, of course. No, I'm saying, but like if you read the originals and liked them, I don't care that you're 30 now. You will
reread them.
Love it. You don't need to read the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
I feel like,
but I liked that I did.
I do feel like you should.
told me to, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, like is the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes a great piece of literature? No. Does it have good things to say? Yes. And I love nothing more than lore. Give me lore. Yeah, I love backstory. I love because it's like the 10th Hunger Games ever.
Yes.
And I'm like, what was cool. The first? I would read a book. I know it's like maybe super morbid, but I would read a book about every single Hunger Games. I'm like, I want to know what happened in every single one.
No, literally.
I want to know what the arenas looked like. I want to know who the people were. I want to know everything.
Yes.
I want to know who was like rebelling. I want to know all of it. I think people were mad because they were like, it's humanizing presidents. No, but it wasn't.
No,
he was not the hero. It was definitely an anti-hero story.
He literally
He's
sucks.
not a good person. He literally sucks.
He is a human. Like,
I mean, yeah.
In theory, like he's a fictional character.
He's a fictional character, but
like fascist leaders exist. And
no, and it's cool and interesting to see like how they become what they are and how maybe we could have prevented that.
Totally. Or like
look for the signs. I don't know.
Look for the signs and you can see how the world created him. Like we
don't not blame him. Like he's horrible and a bad guy, obviously. But it is always interesting to see like what the world did to make you like this.
Like this is what desperation does to people.
Yes.
And this is why other desperate people will then buy in and support like a fascist leader.
Yeah.
Which is very timely.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, everybody always says Suzanne Collins does not write a book until she has something to say.
Of course.
And every time she's released one of these, like look at the years she's released them, like she had something to say.
Yes. And this is why, because apparently the story of her writing the Hunger Games is apparently she was like flipping back and forth from like coverage with like the war in Iraq at the time and like reality TV, like in between channels and being like, what, this fucking world is so weird.
Yeah, it's so fucked
And then
up
like came up with this idea and it's so true. And as somebody who loves reality TV and is also interested in how insane and obscene our world is, it's really interesting. And the fact that she successfully wrote that for teenagers to understand because it's like so important to be able to understand like how power works. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I agree.
And how power can take hold.
Propaganda. Huge.
Also, like, that the literal moral of the story is, like, we can't be exactly like them. Like, at the end of... That's why I'm like, the third...
That's why I liked the ending of the third one,
The third one was good. It was just not fun.
Yeah. No, it wasn't fun to read, but...
But, like, the thesis statement was given.
Yeah.
And the point was made.
Yeah.
That, like, we can't be like them.
Yeah.
We have to be different.
Well, okay, on that same sort of note-ish, this brings to thought, because I've been rewatching this right now, people hating the end of Game of Thrones, the show.
Oh, yeah. Go on about this.
Because here's the thing, I like how Game of Thrones ends.
Oh.
I think that's probably an unpopular opinion.
I think that is too, but I agree with you.
I like it. I think it ended correct.
Yeah.
I do. Okay, so I watched Hunger Games. So I watched Game of Thrones like when it came out. Actually, speaking of my tonsillectomy, I got my tonsils taken out like after freshman year of college. And when you're an adult and you get your tonsils out, you're bedridden for like 2 weeks. Super fun. So I watched all of Game of Thrones that was out up to that point. And I think it was like at the time season 4 was like starting to come out. So I watched all the first 3 seasons, bedridden for 2 weeks, like binged. And then I started watching it live. So from season 4 on, I waited 2 years between season 7 and 8.
Yeah.
And if you people didn't have to sit there and go through that, then I don't want to hear from you, Eli. I don't want to hear about it. All of you people that did that, everybody was like, oh, season 8's about to come out. Maybe I'm going to watch all of it in 2 weeks before.
That's what Eli
and then
did.
watch season 8. No. Fuck you guys. Fuck you, Eli.
Boo!
No. Everybody's opinions are valid and beautiful, and I love you all. But I had to wait 2 years to find out what's going to happen to Jon Snow.
You'll never get it. You'll never
understand the pain that I went through.
Yeah.
Anyways, now I can just rewatch it and press next. So I've been rewatching it for the first time ever since that time because the show ended. And I closed my laptop and said, that's great, never again.
Yeah.
Here I am, though, 10 years later. I was like, I think it's time. So I rewatched it all. I'm on season 8. I haven't finished because, again, just like with Stranger Things, the episodes are an hour and a half long each.
Yep.
And it's a lot. And also, as I'm rewatching it, I kind of am starting to get it. Because, like, again, I waited 2 years and then, like, would wait a week between episodes. So, like, yes, they were rushed. It was rushed.
That's the problem.
But like waiting back then, I kind of was like, I don't care. I just want to know what's going to happen. And
totally.
like, I was still waiting a week between to see. But now that I can just click next and watch the next episode immediately, I'm like, oh yeah, this is really rushed.
Yeah.
Season 7 and 8 specifically. As I'm rewatching, you can kind of see like the seeds being planted and like all of these breadcrumbs being laid that lead to like where these characters are going to end up. And now you can see that because now you know where they're going to end up. Spoilers if you haven't watched Game of Thrones. By the way, this was 10 years old.
We can talk about this.
We're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, you can see all along that Daenerys is insane.
Yes, because
she's
the Targaryens are crazy.
They're all crazy.
They're all crazy.
We've seen that in now we have House of the Dragon too. Like, we've seen it. Even the most sane, like I know she wants to do the right thing and I know in her brain she thinks she's doing the right thing the whole time. At the end of the day, she is a conqueror and she is insane.
Yes.
And her like destroying the whole city, insane.
Yes.
But that's what she was going to do the whole time.
Correct.
That's always what she was going to do.
That's
she
her
just
MO.
wants power.
That's her bloodline.
Yes. She
just
wants to
because
sit on the
she's
throne.
less cruel
Yeah.
often than her other like Targaryen counterparts doesn't mean that that's not her family.
Yeah.
That's
and
literally
she like
her
wasn't
family.
raised around it. That's part of the reason why I think also that she maybe didn't seem like that at first because she wasn't around them.
Yeah.
She was around her crazy brother and was like, oh, let me not be like him.
Yeah.
But then he's gone pretty early. Like I don't know their exact ages, but like according to the books, I guess, and by the time he dies, she's like 15, 14.
Yeah, she's also like 13 at the beginning of this. At the very beginning, she's like 13 when she gets married off to whatever.
Khal Drogo.
Thank you.
Drogo. Don't say whatever. That's Khal Drogo.
That's Khal Drogo.
That's the love of her life.
Hey,
her sun and stars.
Her sun and her stars, her moon, something.
The moon of my life.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you.
I think she is his sun and stars, and he is her moon.
No, she's the moon. He's the sun. No,
yeah.
These are the other things.
Okay, wait. I had 2 more things on this. Two more things on this. Two more things on this, on Daenerys. So, first of all, she felt nothing when she leaves Dario Naharis.
Yeah.
And then I just got to the episode where now, spoiler, Jon Snow is like, I'm Aegon Targaryen, the 17th, and I am actually the rightful, like, but I don't want it.
Yeah.
I feel like he should have led with that. By the way, I don't want your little throne, girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I'm your nephew and I am a Targaryen and I'm actually the rightful like person to descend the throne. What's that called? heir. I'm the rightful heir to the throne. And you can just see the light leech from her eyes. It is gone. Yeah. She literally goes, she's like, so you're the rightful heir. So, but then, yeah, talking about the books, I feel like you were about to say this.
Yes.
George R.R. Martin told the showrunners how it's going to end.
Yeah, so like that's how it ends.
He said, this is what I want. I don't care how
going like this.
He said, I don't care how you get there. This is how it's going to end. And they did it. So this is how, I'm sorry. That's how it's going to end. She's going to murder them all. Jon Snow's going to murder her.
Yeah, and then it's Bran.
And then it's Bran.
And Bran's on top.
And there's fucking Bran. Get rid of him. Honestly, get him out of here.
Get rid of him.
Get rid of him. No, I'm so tired of him.
No, Bran. Okay, the point is, and
he's not Bran, first of all.
And it's the same.
The three-headed raven, three-eyed raven, three-toed cockatoo. Anyways. I can't deal with him anymore. I'm so tired of him. No, I'm like, get him off my screen.
Unfortunately, he is boring, but that's the point.
But that's the point.
We need leaders that are boring and don't want to do it.
Yeah, justice for Sansa Stark. That's all I have to say. I've been in a medieval time of my life.
Yeah, let's talk about the medieval times. I've been
in a medieval time of my life. Because I've been watching Game of Thrones. I mean, since January, like pretty much we started it because it's so many episodes and seasons. So I've been watching that. And then I started Night of the Seven Kingdoms because I needed like a little short. We got to season 8 and I was like, I can't do this right now. Turn on that little tiny bald boy.
Let me see die for him.
Let me see that tiny bald boy.
I love him.
I love him
so much.
Have you seen what he looks like not bald?
No.
He has bright blonde hair. I mean, they picked the perfect child.
I love
bright blonde hair and it's like parted. Like he's so stinking cute.
He's the cutest boy I've
Oh my God, he's so stinking cute. I love that child. I would.
Could I be a squire?
I would murder for that child. And also I would murder for Sir Dunk. I love Dunk.
Sir Dunk.
I love Dunk. But the whole time I was watching it, like the little town they're in, I was like, they're at the Ren Fair.
I know.
They're literally just at the Ren Fair.
I miss
like people are walking around hawking their wares.
Yeah.
There's little performances. There's puppetry. Yeah. There's jousting. They're eating mutton. I was like, they're at the Ren Fair.
They're at the Ren
Fair, and I desperately want to go back. So I was thinking about that. I'm also reading. I'm like, speaking of, shout out to the Book Talk girls. I am on my first time ever reading the Throne of Glass series. Big deal.
And that's different than ACOTAR?
So ACOTAR, for those who don't know, A Court of Thorns and Roses is what that stands for. That's like a huge romantasy series by Sarah J. Maas. And I have read those. Actually, I've read all of them, but the final one, I didn't read it. But sorry, guys. I'll do it eventually one day. But so I started reading Throne of Glass. Throne of Glass, same author.
Okay.
Different series.
Okay.
It is a bit longer. It's like 8 books.
Yeah.
It's like 7 books and like a prequel book that I read too. But there's romance within it, but it's not like a romantasy series. It's more of like epic fantasy. It's more fun. I think you actually like it.
Okay.
The world building for this one is really good.
Okay.
I like all the characters. I like where the story's going. It's interesting. They have interesting reveals. It's cool. You do have to know when you read the first one, this is the author's like first series that she wrote. And the first book, she published it when she was like 17 or 18.
Whoa.
Wrote it then. And you can tell.
Yeah.
And you can tell. It is good. I read the first one actually in college when it like came out, and then I closed it and was like, great. And I never read anymore. So I reread it to start this like full series read through.
Yeah.
And the first one, yeah, it does. I mean, it reads YA, which is fine. Nothing wrong with YA.
Yeah.
But it does read like it was written by an 18-year-old, and like that's fine. We just got to like push through that a little bit.
Listen, if you
it's still interesting.
Like, if you're going through like a slump, especially with reading,
it's a good one.
Pick up a YA novel.
Pick up a YA novel.
You'll breeze through it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Or a contemporary romance. Pick that up. You'll breeze through it. It's fun.
Get you back in.
Yeah. So very fun. But yeah, it's taken me a minute to get like back into it because I kind of was like start and stop with it. But so now I'm like at a place in the book I'm on where I'm like, oh, we're like flying through.
Whoa.
And we'll get to the next ones. But I think you should read them. I think you'd have fun with them.
Yeah, I would totally read them.
File's done.
Anyways,
okay. And
on Eli's
that,
begging us to do the spelling bee.
On that note, let's get to the
spelling bee. I feel like we're in a different world today with these microphones like this. For those of you who haven't been actually watching, first of all, what are you doing? Go watch. Second of all, we have mics on stands now, and it's really weird. I don't think we said it. Did we say it? I think we
said it at the beginning.
No, but I think we were like, new setup.
Yeah.
but we didn't describe it. We're not very nice to our podcast listeners, you know?
the people in the cars.
Sorry, guys. We forget that you're listening
But you
sometimes.
could probably hear how smooth the listening experience was.
It was like, they were like, wow, no scratchy pops, anything at all.
Because usually we have these microphones in our hands and we're flailing our arms about.
Yeah. Okay, Maggie, your spelling word for today, very on topic, is Targaryen.
Ooh.
There's a lot of E's and A's in there.
I feel scared.
Yeah,
okay.
no, there's no way.
Oh, no.
I'm like, bonus points if you spell Daenerys Targaryen.
I think I could do Daenerys
I don't think I could.
better. Maybe actually I'm scared now.
Just do Targaryen.
Targaryen. Capital T.
Important.
A-R-G-A-R-Y. E-N Targaryen.
That was it?
Yeah. You were like, there's so many E's. I was like, don't throw me off because I don't think there are. I think there's just the one. Hey, Bailey.
Yeah.
Your word is Bukadabeppo.
I've never even seen this before. I can't even visualize it. Buca de Beppo. B-U-C-A. Buca.
Buka.
B-I-B-E-P-P-O. And now you have to take me there.
Sorry.
And you get one free meal there now.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh man. I don't know what we talked about today.
You're Daenerys. You are Daenerys. and
I'm Daenerys?
Yeah.
No, I'm Sansa Stark.
That's true.
She just wanted to be a pretty princess.
But then had to do so.
and she had to be in charge and she's
And then
pissed
she
about
had
it.
to do shit.
And then she gets hardened and she's like this.
Yeah. I love her. Who am I?
You are Ygritte. Ygritte?
You're so right
You're
about
Ygritte.
that. You know nothing, Jon
You know
Snow.
nothing, Jon Snow.
That's so me.
You are her.
That's me. Also, the wildlings are West Virginia.
Yeah, that's you, girl.
Yeah.
That's all you, girl.
Yeah, that's what it's like in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Gently incestuous. No, I'm sorry. I can't spread that rumor.
Doing our best.
We've had enough bad PR on that front.
Yeah, come on. We love West Virginia.
Anyways, on that note, we're gonna go.
We're gonna go.
We're gonna go.
We're gonna go have some Italian food. Thanks for watching, listening.
Hey, thanks.
Make sure you comment. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're subscribing. If you're not
Please.
following us on all platforms, like literally, what are you doing?
Literally, what are you doing?
Our Instagram just hit 400 followers. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
So follow our Instagram. Follow our TikTok too. It has less than 200 followers that you should follow it.
We would love if you'd follow it.
Yeah. TikTok is a barren wasteland, but you can follow us. I love it.
Totally.
All right, guys, that was Maggie.
And that was Bailey.
She just beat the shit out of me, and this has been Don't Be Weird About It. You said, don't be weird about it.
Don't be weird
And I'm
about
gonna
it.
open my door. I'm gonna leave.
Wow. Hey, this is Maggie
And Bailey,
from the podcast.
remember,
If you could please like
comment,
and subscribe.
bye.